afternoon, I'm Raylene Ramsey. This is your afternoon news fix for Tuesday, the 23rd of January. New Zealand's deploying a 6-member Defence Force team to the Middle East to protect security in the Red Sea. Prime Minister Chris Luxon says Houthi attacks against commercial and naval shipping are unacceptable. He says the deployment continues New Zealand's history of defending freedom of navigation. Here's senior political reporter Sophie Trigger.
The team will contribute to collective self-defence of ships in the Middle East, from operational headquarters in the region and elsewhere. But no NZDF personnel will enter Yemen. Foreign Minister Winston Peters says the efforts support international security and the free flow of trade New Zealanders depend on.
The deployment will conclude no later than July 31. Police have laid a third shoplifting charge against former Green MP Goldie's Garaman. It relates to an alleged incident at a Wellington shop last October. She's already facing 2 shoplifting charges relating to alleged incidents at an Auckland boutique on December 21 and 23. Garaman is expected to appear at the Auckland District Court on February 1. The Reserve Bank is proposing a new type of mortgage lending restriction to manage boom-bust credit cycles. From mid this year, it would limit how much banks can give borrowers wanting to accrue a lot of debt compared to their income. Celia Whitley has more.
The bank's proposed no more than 20% of mortgages can go to owner-occupier borrowers seeking debt more than 6 times their gross annual incomes and more than 7 times for investors. The Reserve Bank also wants to ease the loan-to-value restrictions. Submissions on the proposal close on March 12.
Emergency services have been called to Auckland's Mount Albert, reportedly at ESR's Plant and Food Research Facility. Fire and Emergency was alerted just after 12:40 through a fire alarm activation believed to involve chemicals. The Minister for Agriculture and Trade says he's not worried Donald Trump would hike tariffs. The Republican frontrunner for this year's presidential election says he'd slap a 10% tariff on all imports. But Minister Todd McClay says he has form on working with the former president when last in government.
I got really good access to his office and to the White House, and during that period of time, irrespective of some of the probably slightly more protectionist views he had, our exports with the US went up.
Wellington police are still investigating a burst of vehicle vandalism over recent weeks. They've received about 20 reports of windscreens and bus stops being smashed across Kandala, Kelburn and Karori. Police say the reports all seem to be related. They're asking anyone with information to come forward. To sport headlines, and 18-year-old football Fern striker Millie Clegg is going places, signing a 3-year deal to play for Racing Louisville FC in the US National Women's Soccer League. All Blacks prop Tyrell Lomax is putting his hand up for an increased leadership role for the Hurricanes in Super Rugby due to the season-long absence of Adi Savia. Batter Hamish Rutherford admits regret at never receiving a second chance for the Black Caps as the third most capped Otago player of all time bows out of professional cricket with more than 16,000 runs across all formats. I'm Raylene Ramsey. That is your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.